This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, we're looking at a lot of convective available potential energy, or otherwise CAPE, or think of it as instability, which forms thunderstorms. But what you can see also here is just how warm these temperatures are here, and this heat ridge, which is signified by these tan lines here, kind of extends here. So we have a northwesterly flow. It's been several days of cool weather associated with this gyre left over here off to the north and east of the Canadian Maritimes. Now we have a heat ridge, or a piece of it, trying to make inroads, and with that rides what we call mesoscale convective complex, or mesoscale convective system, MCS, and this is going over the top of the ridge, and then it will curve downward. The latest thinking is that this is probably going to make a run at us and then weaken as it makes that slow right turn and down toward New York City. So looking at the latest European model, you can see how complex this is. Here's the convective available potential energy keying off and triggering off shower and thunderstorm activity shown in the precipitation amounts here. And this is going to be taking a track toward Vermont. This is valid on Saturday morning. It goes over the top of the ridge and then makes a dive down. So there she goes, right there. So really the southern half of Vermont, western Vermont, is going to be susceptible for the possibility of some thunderstorms. But I think a lot of this action is probably going to end up going to the south of our region and to the west of our region. And so net influences will be some thunderstorm activity, but nothing that's going to be severe, as wind fields aloft actually are going to be relatively a lot lighter, up around 20-25 knots. So most of the severe aspect is really going to be to our southwest across the Albany area and then back over toward Pennsylvania, middle Atlantic states. Now, following this little lead disturbance here, you can see that it runs on through, heads out toward Boston. Here comes the cold front, and this secondary cold front along with this area of low pressure. This is going to bring our pressure gradient, tighten it up, and bring us some gusty winds. Looking at precipitable water, this is some super moist conditions here, higher precipitable water. Think of it as deep heat and humidity. Kind of works on in, and then what ends up happening is it moves in for Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then it gets pushed on out by a cold front. So this is valid Saturday night, and there goes the frontal system, and as soon as the front moves on through, this is approximately where the cold front is, connected to an area of low pressure up here. This is now blowing in some pretty strong west and northwest winds, and those northwest winds are only going to increase along the spine of the Green Mountains. It looks like a day similar to Thursday, maybe a notch or two higher, but a lot of that action then falls apart, and that's going to be it. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.